That's my bad. Can you hear me now? Hi, happy Friday, patrons. The first 5 minutes, you're not going to hear me. Can you hear me now? That was my bad. The last time I recorded on here, I turned my volume all the way down, and then I forgot to turn it back up again. Thank you for letting me know. That is how out of it I am. Not checking my volume. I checked everything else. Hopefully you can hear me now. Let me know if you can't still. There you are. I've missed you too, Sarah. I've missed all of y'all. Sorry about that. The first 2 minutes are going to have no audio. It's just going to be me going. At least we figured it out before we got to the good stuff. Yeah, I was just talking about how I've been traveling for the last, 3 weeks and just, I'm just a little tired. I will be honest. I am, wait, you still can't hear me, Renee? That's weird. But Sarah, you can hear me? Turn my volume back up. I'm gonna make sure that I can hear myself. Make sure I can hear myself. But I can hear myself. All right, that's good. All right, I don't know why you can't hear me, Renee. That's weird. Technical difficulties. My mic is on. Yeah, because I could hear myself when I went to my live. Maybe it hadn't caught up with you yet. It's been like almost 2 minutes since I turned my sound up. Yeah, fun times. I just want to make sure everybody can still hear me. I think there's only 2 people on, so it's probably just the 2 of you. I've got really bad allergies right now, so please excuse me for my nose running. Hi, Lily. It's good to see you too. Can you hear me? Okay, you're good, Renee. You had to give YouTube permission? That's weird. Hi, Charlie. Welcome in. Okay, you're good now. Okay. Yeah, it was totally my fault because I had adjusted the volume on my streaming software. I use OBS, and I think I had done a recording of for my gaming channel, and I didn't do any audio, so I just turned down the audio completely, and I forgot to turn it back on. Okay, you can hear too. Okay, thank you, Lily. Yeah, I think we're okay now. Oh yeah, forgot to check that. Yes, I've missed y'all so much. I'm so excited to be back in my studio. For about the first 2 minutes, I had my volume completely down. And so I was rambling. So if you're watching this later, I do apologize for that. But I wasn't really talking about very much. I was just kind of rambling. Oh, Charlie, you have your knit graffiti shirt on too? How fun is that? What color did you get? And yes, it is Friday. Are people off of work today? Some people, I feel like my niece and nephew don't get school off, but my kiddos are home today for Good Friday, and my husband's home too. Everybody's home. Yes. I missed you too, Renee. I missed all of y'all. Oh, yes. Thank you. My classes went really well. It was amazing. Normally, when I visit places to teach, I don't always get to see the area. So I was in Austin 2 weeks ago at Knit ATX, and that is Kaiwen Betke. I think that's how you say her last name. Yes, enjoying the family time very much so. She used to work at Hill Country Weavers, and now has her own shop in Austin, and it was very cool. The classes were great, and I drove there, so I got to see a little bit of the town. I went to this kind of board game / comic book store called Dragon's Lair. That was really cool. There were like a bunch of people playing games there, like trading Pokemon cards and stuff. So that was fun. And then I went to Boulder this past weekend. I actually just got home on Wednesday. So that was a long weekend. It was from Friday to Wednesday. I taught 3 workshops, and then I gave 2 talks for their guild meetings. It was with the Hand Weavers Guild of Boulder. So a lot of people, part of that guild, don't knit or crochet. They just weave or spin or felt. They do all kinds of, so it's not just for weavers, it's for like all fiber arts. So that was nice. And I actually got to see quite a bit of the area, which was amazing. So if you saw that photo from the post, oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful there. Yes, you love Boulder, Lily. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. And my husband, so Brian actually lived there for a couple of years because he went to CU for one of his master's degrees. So yeah, he was kind of jealous that I went there. I kind of wish he could have come with me. I know the scenery was so beautiful. I think at one evening it snowed. And so the mountains were covered in snow. It was so beautiful. And Boulder is like right at the foot of the mountains. I think they're called the Flatirons. So we got to go up there. Didn't do any like major hiking because I am not used to that altitude. I think it's like 5,000 feet above sea level, which I'm at sea level where I live. And luckily I did not get any altitude sickness. I was pretty good. I tried to stay hydrated, which was really hard. I just feel like I didn't get enough water. But yes, it was so fun. I got to see so much of the area, which was really cool. So that was cool. Very cool group of people. I'm like, I could totally live here. I could totally live here in Colorado. And my cousins live there. So my cousin Kelly Anderson, she is also a designer and she designs with brioche. So if you want to check her out, her designer name is Deer Cat Designs, I think. I think that Deer Cat Designs, I think. If you go to her Instagram, it's mostly photos and videos of her dogs and cats because they're so adorable. But she does have some really cool patterns. So I got to see her. She lives in Fort Collins, and my aunt lives in the area too, her mom. So I got to see them, which was really nice. I hadn't seen my cousin in like 25 years. I was like, wow, I think it's been since like high school. So that was really cool. Sorry. My nose is running like crazy right now. So yeah, that was really fun. I'm so glad to be home though. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy to be home. So happy. So yeah, yesterday I took kind of a mental health day, kind of took the day off. I have so much knitting to do on a deadline knit, but I'm like, I just need to take some time. I don't get as much knitting done during my trips as I would want to. Cedar cats? No. Here, Dear Cat. I'll type it in the chat. Dear Cat. Oops. Spelled it wrong. Dear Cat Designs. Yeah, Kelly Anderson is spelled correctly, Lily. Yeah, you're welcome. She's got some really cool patterns. She's really fun. Excuse me. I need to get a drink of water. Mm-hmm. That's so true, Renee. Yeah, family you grew up with. They lived in Michigan when we were little, but then they all moved. So her older sister, Lauren, is closer to my age. I didn't get to see her because she was sick with her kiddos, but, yeah, they moved out to Colorado when we were like 9 or 10. And so I didn't get to see her a lot growing up, but we still keep in touch. And, all just kind of started knitting on our own. Like Lauren, my other cousin, her sister, also knits. So it's like, it's funny, right? It's funny how separately you get into things and then you're like, oh, we can all connect again because we all love to do these things. It's fun. There'll be a little bit of an interruption here in a moment because my oldest needs to go get his hair cut. So if you hear some like scuffling going on in my studio, the door for the garage is like right off of my studio. So yeah. So please excuse any interruptions that might happen here in a moment. So yeah, I want to make sure that I don't forget anything. I did bring home some goodies from my travels. So it was really nice. There are several yarn shops in the Boulder area. And then I was actually staying in a little town called Longmont, and they have a yarn shop. If you're familiar with that, you might actually be familiar with them because they're part of the Fiberside chats, and I've actually taught with them virtually. Yeah, right. And my brother married a knitter too. I know the woman I was, who was kind of driving me around everywhere. She's like, so how do all these people in your family knit? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like who? And she's like, well, Andrea and your cousins and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, I don't know. It's just like, we all just kind of started knitting on our own. And then, yeah. So let's see the goodies. So let's start with, Knit ATX. So this was probably a few years ago. I got this yarn from Hill Country Weavers, and it was Suzanne's, was the previous owner who has passed away. It was her special colorway. And I did a swatch for a new sweater. And here's the swatch. I haven't blocked it yet, but I was using the special Suzanne colorway. Well, I don't really want to use that anymore. I'll probably use it for maybe a personal project or something. I just don't want to use it in a design. A very close-knit family. Good one, Sarah. Good one. We should make a shirt out of that. So this was my swatch, and I used, for the main color, it's kind of like my Stelliferous pattern. Okay, but for the main color, I was using this La Bien-Aimée Merino Boucle in Confetti Cake. Look how beautiful that is. I've had this forever. I've probably had this for like 3 years or more. And I just never got around to designing the sweater. I bought the yarn, so I just, it didn't get priority over, collaborations. So La Bien-Aimée has developed a, let me find a really good one, custom color for Knit ATX. And so I came home with 3 skeins of this in their Cashmerino base. I just love it. It's like pastel knit graffiti colors. It's like purple, right? It's like, it looks just like my shirt, my logo. So it's like purples and pinks and like this light turquoise color. So I got 3 skeins of that, and I'm going to pair it with this confetti cake color for, so if you remember my styliferous top, I'm going to do a long sleeve version of it with super puffy sleeves, kind of like I want kind of an ethereal kind of a look. Yeah, so I'm really excited about it. So this is kind of give you an idea. The background color will be different. But isn't that pooling so fun? This one will probably pool pretty similarly to this. This was the Suzanne colorway. So yeah, you can see it's kind of fun. I know the colors are, yeah. I know the Cashmerino base is so dreamy. And then paired with the, I love doing this with these little in the round swatches, paired with the Squishy Boucle. It's going to be so fun. It's so squishy. Like you can kind of see the texture it creates. Yeah, I'm excited about that. So who knows when that'll get on my needles? Hopefully soon. I have the swatch done. I might have to do another swatch because this one used their Merino Singles base. So it's a little different. So yeah, I came home with that yarn, which I'm super excited about. I also had to get this by Twice Sheared Sheep. They make really fun bags and notions, but I had to come home with this Pama Llama. So you can make pom-poms with it and tassels. I thought it was so cute. Yeah, the little bits of yellow in the confetti cake, like that. Yeah, I know, me too. And the little bits of pink and stuff. So pretty. So pretty. So I'm actually teaching for Vogue Knitting Live virtual. I'm doing they have these little make and take classes. That's just an hour long, and so I'm just gonna do like how to make a tassel. So I was like, this is so cute. Having like an actual tool for tassels. Usually I just use like a book or a notebook or something to make my tassel. So it was, on the back, it has like how to make a pom-pom with it. So speaking of pom-poms, oh wait, one more thing that I got from Knit ATX, which I have been eyeing these for a while. When I was in Michigan with my family, Andrea had one of these bags. So there are these redesigned project bags. Have any of you seen these? I feel like they're everywhere right now. So this one's kind of like a medium size. They have a bigger one, which is gigantic. But what's really cool about them is that so I unzipped it and it opens up flat like this. So you can just keep your, obviously I haven't used it yet. It has like all the paper in it. Hi, James. Bye, guys. But it like opens up flat like this. And so it makes it really easy to knit out of. Oh, you have one too, Renee? I know. And you want one too, Charlie? I know. Ever since I saw Andrea's, I was like, I kind of want one of those in my life. Yes. I feel like everybody has them. I think Stephen West, at Stephen and Penelope, they have purple ones, which I've only ever seen. Like this is, I think, the whiskey color, kind of light brown. And then they have, let me see. Oh, it says burned tan is the color. And they also had like a darker one, a darker brown. But yeah, really, really nice. And it comes with a bag, so you can store it in this really, oh, it's like a big tote bag. Look at that. That's huge. Oh, that's cool. And it has something about the redesigned project. That's cool. I haven't opened this up yet. So yeah, I'm trying to see inside here. It's got pockets. Yeah, it's got little spaces for your needles here. Like you can put your needles in there. And then it has a little zipper pocket in the middle for like notions and stuff. And then I'm just taking all the paper out. I feel like I got it, and then I went on another trip, and I was like, oh, didn't end up using that. And then it's got little pockets over here. I mean, it could almost be like a handbag, right? So this one doesn't have a shoulder strap. So I'll probably just end up using it for an actual project bag. But it's so cute, right? It's so cute. So these are, you can get these at Knit ATX if you want to support a local Texas yarn shop. Yeah, I'm just like, I am so excited to finally have one of these. It's such nice leather too. Like it's really kind of a buttery leather. So yay. So fun. So that was the last thing I got from Knit ATX. And so then in Colorado, we actually went on like a little mini yarn crawl, which was really fun. It wasn't all in one day. We went over the kind of the course of several days. So we went to one shop in Boulder called, I have their bag here, Lula Faye Fibers. Isn't that a cute name? It was a really cute shop, fairly small, but they had a lot of yarn there. They had a lot of local indie dyers. So that's usually what I like to look for when I go to a yarn shop. Like I'd rather, if they carry local indie dyers, I love to support that because I also love finding new indie dyers. So I got 2 skeins of yarn. This is for a new hat pattern that I'm working on. Sarah, I know you're excited about that. I'm wondering if anyone has a mud bag and a redesign, MUUD, and how they compare. I have not heard of the, is it pronounced mud or mood? I have not seen those. Do you have one of those, Lily? I feel like the redesign has so many different styles. Like they have some that are just, they look more like handbags, or kind of like bigger tote bags, but they're still the leather. But yeah, let us know if you've heard of the mud, I don't know, MUUD bag. So I got some of these. This is by an indie dyer called Salty Blonde. I like that name. And so I got these for a brioche hat. I just love these together so much. And these are in DK weight. I had just had to enhance my DK stash because I have very little DK yarn. Like literally this cubby right here. That's it. That's all I have. And like leftovers, you know, like in bins down here. I'm pointing down here because they're like down here on the bottom shelf. So yeah, I thought, you know, if I see some yarn that I think would work well for this hat, I'm gonna get it. And I could not say no. So this one is called Solitude, and it's superwash merino. I just love like that little, I mean, it's like totally Knit Graffiti colors again, right? Oh, mood. You have a mood. Lily does. It's pronounced mood. Yeah, the redesign looks so good. I'll have to look up the mood bags because I'm always interested in finding new project bags for sure. Sarah, yeah, you love hats. So this is going to be, and then this color is Afternoon Tea. I just love that. Purple and pinks together. So yeah, I thought those looked those would be really a really fun brioche combo. I'm trying to figure out which I should use for the main color. I'm thinking about the turquoise for the main color. Let me know what you think if you have a preference. Like maybe that one for the main. I don't know. This one has the green also has like a little bit of the kind of orangey yellow in there. So yeah, Salty Blonde. I like that name. But yes, hand dyed in Colorado. So always fun finding new. There were so many indie dyers that I found there. And then I went to another yarn shop in Lafayette, which these are all like little towns really close to each other, called Maverick. So the person who, I know they're both gorgeous, right, Charlie? The person who's driving me around works at Maverick Yarn Shop. And I'm telling you, it is like you just walk into this yarn shop and it is like bursting at the seams with yarn. So they have the most Malabrigo yarn I have ever seen in my life in one place. And what the owner does is they have every single Malabrigo base in every single color available. I'm telling you. Sweaters quantity of each color. Can you imagine having that? Oh, turquoise as the MC. Thank you, Sarah. I agree. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, can you imagine? I was like, this is amazing. Because if you're trying to pick out colors for a project, especially if you're making a sweater, it's so nice to be able to pick out all the colors in person, right? But I didn't get any yarn from there. I just got some new pom-pom makers. Look how giant this is. It's like half the size of my head. I know, Malabrigo is so good. So I have a pom-poms class that I teach, and so I like having all different kinds and sizes of pom-pom makers. I love the Clover pom-pom makers the best. And this one is just gigantic. And then they also had these tiny ones. And I'm like, you could make little earrings with these. I don't wear earrings, but... Oh, Kat's here. I was wondering if you were here, Kat, because of all... I actually thought about you because of all the Malabrigo. I was like, oh my gosh, Kat would have been in heaven here. And, and of course, everybody who loves Malabrigo. Sarah and Charlie, I know y'all have talked about it too. So yeah, it was really nice. We hung out in there for a little while. I definitely looked at the yarn. I took some pictures of a lot of the yarns they had in there. It was one of those stores, maybe you've been in a store like this, where you feel like you've looked everywhere, but then you just look over here and you're like, what's that? I didn't see that, or like little baskets of yarn. I know, the giant pom-pom maker. Yes, I know, the tiny pom-pom makers. It's literally, you can kind of see the person's hand. Like, look how tiny they are. I need to learn how to do like super full pom-poms. Like there's somebody on Instagram, maybe you've seen her. I think it's called like Fat Pom Poms. I think that's her name. And she makes like huge ones. You can buy her pom pom maker and they're huge. Oh yeah, that's how you feel in McKinney Knittery. Yes. McKinney Knittery is definitely one of those stores where you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many options, right? Because they have La Bien-Aimée, they have Sanez Garn and Magpie. They have so many different, like Spin Cycle. They have so many different yarns at McKinney. I know. So those were all the goodies I got. I'm trying to see. I don't think I got much else. Oh, I also got some stitch stoppers, but they're in a project bag somewhere. That are Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. I know they are Knit Graffiti colors. They totally are. It's like turquoise and purple and pink. I know, I just can't go wrong. I wonder if I would have bought them if they weren't Knit Graffiti colors. I just can't stay away. So yeah, those are all the goodies I got. I also have on my desk, I don't know if I'm going to show you all of them, but my birthday is coming up here on April 30th. And so with that will be a huge birthday sale. So if you've had like a wish list going, patrons will get 50% off all of my patterns. But I also got a ton of nail polish for my birthday because that's what I really wanted. So, Holo Taco, you will probably know, is one of my favorite nail polish brands. And they just came out with a new collection called Off the Deep End. And I got the whole collection. This is the first time I've ever gotten the whole collection. And I'll just show you, hopefully you can see the 6 bottles. So here's the first 3 colors. They're like these flaky glitter jellies. So there's like this pink shrimpy color. And then this kind of red coral. Look at that. And then this one's called Crashing Out. It's like purplish. And then these 3 are my favorite. This one's called Don't Be Jelly. It's like Knit Graffiti in a bottle. So it's like a purple jelly with turquoise kind of glitter flakies in there. Look at that. And then this one to me looks like bioluminescence in a bottle. It's called Made Me Ink. Look at that. Doesn't it look like bioluminescence? And then this one is called Wade a Minute, like you wade in. Look at that. I am so excited about. Thank you for letting me show my nail polish. I also got 9 new bottles of nail polish from my parents. They were like, happy birthday. I'm like, what? So I have them all here. And then I also won a giveaway, which I feel like I'm entering like 1 or 2 giveaways a week. And so I got some from this company called Glam Polish. So I think they're an Australian company, but like, look how fun that glitter is. So yeah, I have a few new bottles of nail polish. I also got a magnetic one. This is one of my new ones. It's magnetic. So I can put my little magnet on here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Probably not. The colors kind of move. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It's kind of cool. I know, Holo Taco. This Off the Deep End was like, oh, because like when you put them on with the jelly, you can see through the previous layer. So it's like you're just layering and it almost feels like you're under the sea. I don't know. It's just so cool. Anyway, I just had to share those because, you know, nail polish is one of my newer obsessions. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to share with you. So I do have a question for you that I asked in my post. Oh yes, Lily, you've always loved the look of Holo Taco. Yes, but you've never bought any. They're having a sale. I think they're having a loyalty sale this weekend, maybe? Yes, so you saw the polish move with the magnet? Wasn't that so weird? I know, it's so weird. Yeah, so if you do want to get a few bottles of Holo Taco to try it out, they are having a sale. I don't know if they'll include the newest collection in the sale, though. Because, of course, I bought mine, and I was like, well, I guess I should have waited for the sale. But yay, yes. And I will attest that it is a very good brand. Like, they're popular for a reason. I actually have Holo Taco on my fingers right now. This is my birthday color, so it's like a diamond sparkle. Maybe you can kind of see the diamond sparkles. Yeah. So originally I was going to be releasing my Pixie Cardi next week. I was going to release it on Wednesday, which is also Earth Day. But I decided to push the release till June because I'm going to have my birthday sale coming up. And then, of course, my Star Wars shawl on May the 4th. And then I have another pattern in kind of mid to end of May. So, oh, your brother likes Mooncat? I really like Mooncat too. I have a couple of their bottles. They're actually having a sale right now too. 20% off. Which is a really good deal. Yes, I love Mooncat. So anyway, I was like, there's so much going on that I thought, why don't I just push this release until June? And then I can feel a bit more relaxed and have some more time to get this deadline done that I need to get done. And, yeah, just feel... Yeah, right? It's a nail polish buying day. Yes, it is. I also wonder if they're trying to get a lot of their polish bought before the tariffs set in, because I've heard that the tariffs are really going to affect nail polish makers, because a lot of the glitters and stuff come from China. And so a lot of nail polish, especially like indie polish makers, are kind of freaking out a little bit, which I'm like, understandable. Anyway, I don't want to get too into the tariffs thing. But that's what I was wondering, is like maybe they're like, okay, we're going to have our sale a little early. Yeah, so I thought that was a good idea. So yeah, if you want to buy some nail polish, this is the weekend to do it. I think it's going to be all next week too. The sale will be running for like a week. So originally the free pattern for Two-Color Brioche Patrons and above was going to be the Pixie Cardi. But since I'm not releasing that, then I was like, okay, do we do early access? So like I would still release it early for patrons, but it's still kind of in the testing phase. So it's still not like super ready for release. Or do we pick another pattern? So like a pattern that I've already published. Or we could do my next book pattern, which I'm hoping to release this month, another book pattern. So anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts. Maybe if there's a pattern of mine that you're like, oh, I've had that on my wish list forever. Could that be the free pattern this month? A lot of times I like to do my new pattern because then I know for sure nobody already has this in their library. Whereas if I pick an older pattern, a lot of you might already have it. And then you're like, well, I guess I get a free pattern that I already have. And I think the next pattern from my book is going to be from chapter 2. I was going to do, I've got my book right here. I was going to do Glint, which is the 2-color cowl, this one. So obviously if you have my book, then you already have this pattern. So if I had the digital pattern be the free one, would that be kind of like, well, I would already get the pattern digitally, or would it be cool? Anyway, I might just go look through my pattern library and like see what I've already given to y'all, and then maybe just pick one. Maybe just pick like maybe an older one. My hair is kind of like falling apart right now. So yeah, anyway, let me know if you have any thoughts. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and pick one, and I'll just announce it next week, since that was when I was going to have it be coming out anyway. So yeah, so it's kind of nice because a lot of my testers haven't finished knitting the sweater either, so this gives them a little bit more time to finish, so that's nice. So yes, thanks so much for your patience on that. I feel like April, I'm like, how is it already, what is it, April 18th? How? Yeah, April 18th. Like, what happened to this month? I guess this is just what happens when I'm, traveling a bunch. All right. Yeah, so anybody have any fun plans this weekend? It's Easter weekend here in the US, and I think a lot of the world celebrates Easter as well. So if you're celebrating, happy Easter. I think Passover was also last week, so happy Passover if you've celebrated that. Oh, Renee, you love the book pattern? Yeah. Well, I mean, you also have the book. So for any patrons who are at the 3-Color Brioche tier and above and have my book from being a patron, you automatically get the patterns digitally. So, yeah. So anyway, maybe that helps you make a different decision if you're like, well, I would get it anyway. But yes, thank you for your feedback on that. Oh yeah, having Sophia, Sladen, and Sladen's parents over for Easter. That sounds lovely, Renee. Hosting. You're going to make a big meal. We don't really celebrate here in the house. Oh, that's okay, Renee. I haven't super announced it yet. I think I've only talked about it on the live streams. So I need to make a formal announcement about that. So yeah, we're not doing anything big this weekend. We're just gonna stay home, hang out, maybe do some shopping, play some games together, watch some movies together, and I think I'll do a pot roast on Sunday. Okay, Lily, you think so too? Yeah, you want the book pattern too? Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll do a poll. Ooh, yay, lamb with all the fixings. That sounds delish. Sarah, whatever you decide is fine. You're wearing a new crochet card. Oh, did you finish your crochet cardigan? That sounds so pretty. Yeah, because I remember you were making it for Easter, right? Well, please take a photo. We'd love to see if you want to share. So pretty. Yeah, I love that. I love Easter outfits, florals and pastels. So pretty. I just love it. Yes, and family hang time is always awesome. Yeah, we love playing board games together, and we just played a really fun Minecraft card game last night. It was so fun. We actually got, my oldest into it too, which is always fun when that happens. Oh, you and your mom are going to a ballet tomorrow? That sounds lovely. Oh, Sunday will be D&D and your kitty's birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday to your kitties. Okay, Sarah, awesome. Yeah, we would love to see a picture of your finished cardigan because that looked really fun. Did you use the same colors? I think you did, right? It was kind of like a white for your cardigan. Super fun. Yeah, I have this recipe for a balsamic Dijon roast. It is so good. If anybody wants it, I'll share it in the Discord. I think we have a recipes thread on there. So I'll share it in there if anybody's interested. I know lamb is like the typical Easter dish, right? Or ham. Yeah, you used white. Yeah, so pretty. So fresh and springtime. Springy, springtime-y. Yay. I'm just sitting here staring at all the nail polish stuff. I don't know what to do next. I'm part of a group on Instagram for my nail account. I have a separate account for my nails called Knit Graffiti Nails. And I'm part of a group who's trying to help promote and lift up indie polish brands because I think a lot of them are struggling right now. So I'm really excited. I have my first, because all these are kind of like boutique-y brands, like they're a little bit bigger, but they're not as big as like Sally Hansen or, you know, like OPI or Essie. Like those are all like really big brands. But I bought my first indie polish brand called Potion Polish. But I don't have it yet. It's still, I think it's almost here. I think I'll get it maybe on Monday. I don't remember. So I think that might be the next one that I put on. So I can help, you know, post about it and lift up that brand. Help these brands that I'm just worried that a lot of them will have to close. But let's hope not, right? Let's hope not. Anyways, yes, well, thank you all so much for joining me today. Renee, Sarah, Lily, Charlie, and Kat. Thank you all so much. It was so fun chatting with you. Again, after so long. What's next week's? I think next week will be let me check the calendar. I think it'll be the members only stream. Yeah, so next Friday is the 24th, and that'll be the members only stream for the month of April, meaning it will not go public on YouTube. And next Wednesday afternoon will be the crafternoon for April. And then starting in May, I'm actually going to be offering 2 different crafternoons or craft night options so that hopefully you can find one that will work for your schedule. So yes, always fun to hang. Happy Friday. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend and a fantastic week next week. Yay. And I'll see you next week for the members only stream. Yes. And hopefully for the crafternoon next week too, if you can join for the 3-color brioche peeps. Peeps. That was always my favorite Easter candy. But I don't like them anymore. I love Easter candy though, like Starburst jelly beans and like any kind of sour jelly beans. I'm just like, and the Cadbury cream eggs. Oh my gosh. I have to have self-control though. Yes. Well, thank y'all so much again. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience while I was traveling so much. Lily, yes, I hope I thanked you too, Lily. Thank you for joining in. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Have a great holiday if you're celebrating. And I will see you next week. Mwah. Love you all so much. Bye.